The largest gold and most ridiculously secure safes and vaults in the world. Gold is quite possibly the most valued components on Earth. It has been utilized from the beginning of time as an indication of influence and abundance. Decorated in gems, and surprisingly utilized in common sense applications that utilization its enemy of destructive properties. Be that as it may, since there isn't a lot of it sitting in the ground, it has become an uncommon item, and it must be held free from any and all harm. There is one spot where the most gold on Earth sits, and it is the biggest gold vault on the planet. On the off chance that you needed to think about where that spot was, your best option may be the renowned Fort Knox, in Fort Knox, Kentucky. That gold vault is gigantic. However, there is one that is much greater. It sits in a spot you probably won't think would be a typical site to store gold. However, this spot is a post. On the southern tip of Manhattan in New York City, the vault of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York sits covered 5 stories under the city roads. Its vault holds generally $350 billion worth in gold. However, this has varied in the past 6 years. Its definite sum isn't known. In correlation, Fort Knox holds roughly $130 billion in gold. The gold inside the New York Federal Reserve Bank holds 25% of the world's gold stores, and a significant part of the gold that lives there doesn't have a place with the US government. There are around 530,000 gold bars starting at 2012, and keeping in mind that about 5% of the gold is the property of the US, the rest has a place with a large group of other countries' national banks. 48 unfamiliar banks and 12 global associations utilize the vault to store their gold stores. These elements are permitted to store their gold free of charge. However, once they need to pull out a bar, it costs them $1.75. Sounds like a very decent arrangement, since where the bars are put away is about the most secure put on Earth. The Federal Reserve Building looks actually like some other structure in the area. However, the windows from the first to third floors are shut with iron bars. Security is justifiably close, and furnished watchmen watch the outside of the office continually. The vault is 80 feet underground and 50 feet underneath ocean level. It was put on bedrock, and it's encircled by rock on every one of its sides. The dividers of the vault are made of thick, steel built-up concrete. The best way to get into the vault is by going through a section that is a 90-ton steel chamber, which is additionally encased in 140 tons of cement and steel. At the point when the territory is shut, it is hermetically sealed, and 4 steel bars lock into openings in the chamber. When that occurs, it can't be opened until the following industry day. On the off chance that that wasn't sufficient, the vault is observed all around, 24 hours per day, by surveillance cameras and movement sensors. 3 individuals should be available whenever gold is moved, or a compartment is opened in the vault. 2 individuals from the New York Fed Gold Vault staff and 1 worker from the New York Fed Inward Review staff are liable for any development of gold, and in the event that anything should be done in the vault. Nothing can go on without every one of them 3 being available. At the point when gold comes into the vault, it is moved from the road to the storm cellar by lift, the bars are gauged, and all markings are assessed to ensure that whatever comes in leaves in precisely the same condition. The bars are then moved to a compartment in the vault. In general, there are 122 compartments, and every compartment has a place with a solitary record holder. After the gold has been stored, the compartments are latched, 2 mix locks are added. Lastly, the compartment is fixed with a reviewer's seal. The beginnings of the gold stockpiling at the New York Fed started after World War II, when nations were searching for a place of refuge for their gold stores. Its pinnacle was in 1973, when the vault held more than 12,000 tons of gold, practically twofold the size it is presently. The gold bars were the notable rectangular shape preceding 1986, yet now the bars are projected in the global norm of the state of a trapezoid. It's intriguing to take note of that the bars are not 100% gold, since they would be excessively delicate or flexible, and wouldn't keep their shape when stacked or put away. They contain follow measures of, in any event, 1 other metal to help them keep their shape. The world's most ridiculously secure safes and vaults. Stronghold Knox. Plan on breaking into Fort Knox? To begin with, climb the 4 encompassing wall, 2 of which are electric, and afterward sneak past the equipped sentinels covering the border. Make certain to evade the camcorders. Try not to sit around idly attempting to impact through the rock dividers. They are 4 feet thick and held together by 750 tons of building up steel. On the off chance that you move beyond the equipped watchers inside, in addition to the labyrinth of bolted entryways, you'll likely be halted by the 22-ton vault entryway. Try not to surrender. The vault can be opened, however, just in the event that you track down all the staff individuals who know a little cut of the blend. You'll need every one of them, since no one knows the entire thing. Once you get inside the vault, you'll need to break into the more modest vaults tucked inside. At that point you can begin taking the 5,000 tons of gold bullion put away in there. Furthermore, do be cautious when you leave. 30,000 warriors from Fort Knox's military camp will be restlessly anticipating you outside. Svalbard Global Seed Vault. In the event that Armageddon happens soon, any expectation of bringing the world's harvests back is covered 390 feet under a Nordic mountain. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault on the island of Spitsbergen presently houses more than 500,000 of the world's plant species. The vault is 620 miles south of the North Pole and shielded by many miles of sea, in addition a few thousand polar bears. It's so profound, it's impervious to an atomic holocaust, also serious quakes. It additionally sits 430 feet above ocean level, protected from any conceivable ocean level ascent. The 3 seed vaults lay behind 4 hefty steel entryways. However long the keys aren't covered up under a mat, our seeds ought to be protected from doomsday. Cheyenne Mountain. Cheyenne Mountain rethinks the expression, employer stability. Employees work behind 2 25-ton entryways, which can withstand a 30-megaton impact. To place that into viewpoint, Fat Man, the bomb dropped on Nagasaki, would need to detonate multiple times to break the passage. The workplaces there are covered 2,000 feet into the mountain's rock, far to such an extent that air must be siphoned inside. That air, in any case, is the cleanest on the planet. It is handled by a cutting-edge arrangement of synthetic, natural, and atomic channels. It's no big surprise why Cheyenne facilitated the U.S. Missile Warning Center and NORAD during the Cold War. Iron Mountain. What do the burned remaining parts of Flight 93, the first photograph of Einstein standing out his tongue, and Edison's patent for the light share practically speaking? They're completely stowed under Iron Mountain. 200 feet underneath the ground, this resigned limestone mine homes 1.7 million square feet worth of vaults. The US government is the greatest inhabitant, and the personalities of 95% of vault proprietors are private. We do realize that Warner Brothers, the Smithsonian Institution, and Corbus all have vaults there. A huge number of notable expert chronicles, photograph negatives, and unique film reels live here. Iron Mountain is additionally home to Room 48, a server farm backing up a portion of America's greatest organizations. 2 influxes of equipped gatekeepers ensure the passage, and it's said they investigate visitors so completely that even the TSA would be humiliated. Central Bank of New York. Squares from the frenzy of Wall Street, 25% of the world's gold rests. At New York's Federal Reserve Bank, more than $270 billion of gold bullion stows away in a submerged 3-story fortification. The majority of the gold, in any case, isn't American. Unfamiliar countries own 98% of the stock. Yet, that is on the grounds that they trust the Fed vault. All things considered, it's 80 feet subterranean, encompassed by strong stone from all sides, and studied by an armada of master marksmen. Also, to finish it off, the 540,000 bars of gold are bolted behind a 90-ton steel entryway. Rock Mountain. Since 1965, Granite Mountain has shielded the Mormon Church's genealogical library. The library is covered 600 feet underneath the mountain, where it contains 3.5 billion pictures, from evaluation records to movement papers, on microfilm. The records were procured through concurrences with files, libraries, and temples from more than 100 nations. The chroniclers there copy and digitize old reports, which have been disclosed at sites like FamilySearch.com and Ancestry.com. The office is normally environment controlled, but at the same time is ensured by equipped gatekeepers and a 14-ton, atomic impact safe entryway. Odds are, someplace inside, there's a record with your name on it. Takoku Bank, Hiroshima. At the point when the Enola Gay dropped Little Boy on Hiroshima, the city and its kin were decimated. In any case, downtown, simply a football field away from Ground Zero, the vault at Takoku Bank sat whole. The outside was seared, yet the inside was flawless. Musla, the organization that assembled the protected, considered the to be as an extraordinary advertising opportunity. For the following decade, it abused the misfortune to flaunt about the quality its items. Safe? Unquestionably. Thoughtful? Not really. Bank of England Gold Vault. It would appear that something straight out of Indiana Jones, the UK's biggest gold vault, second on the planet to the Fed in New York, stores 5,152 tons of gold. The bomb-proof entryway is opened by means of a refined voice acknowledgement framework, supported by different 3-foot-long keys. Last I checked, they can't be copied at Lowe's. The bank will not say how substantial the entryway is or how where it counts the vault is covered, yet we do realize it has more floor space than London's Tower 42, a 47-story building. Barnhof and Wikileaks in Stockholm. The US State Department likely isn't attached to this protected house. Covered 100 feet underneath the roads of Stockholm. This old atomic shelter is the gadfly of all server farms. That is on the grounds that the office, possessed by the Swedish internet service Barnhof, broadly shields the workers for WikiLeaks. Julian Assange's most valuable PCs cover up in this information fortification. Tucked behind a 1.5-foot steel entryway and driven by backup generators that can go for quite a long time, WikiLeaks will continue to inhale as long as it's here. Thank you for watching. Bye now.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Life is Often if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.